Yo, can you guys hear me? I tell you, man, every time I go live, it feel like it's my first time going live ever. Because I be just making the dumbest mistakes. Like, initially, I had my OBS set to the DPS profile, so I was about to do lunchtime with SloMo on DPS, but it was all kinds of... it's all kinds of messed up, but we here now. We got it all sorted. We got it all sorted and good to go. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Shout out to Web Dave in the house, Grumpy Shaman, Big Mike. Hope you guys having a great hump day. Hope you guys' lunch is exquisite, is high caliber, high quality. You know, like some Chick-fil-A or something. You know, not Popeyes, Chick-fil-A. You know, that's an inside joke for a couple of y'all. What's up, Aramis? How's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, man, like I wanted to go live yesterday. Yesterday became a bit difficult due to work, and just wasn't going to be a quality stream if I went live yesterday. It just wasn't going to be possible. Monday, of course, as well, was a bit problematic for me, but I'm glad I kind of waited. Because this allows me to kind of discuss some things that, and y'all know how I am. I am very much a shameless I told you so. But I don't like saying that. I don't like saying I told you so when I see like some of the stuff that's really like popping off with Bungie. Shout out to Luke, who says, and if I say fake jobs, excuse me? What you mean fake job? And Luca, what are you talking about? Clarify yourself. And good afternoon as well. Heifer. Anyway, Robin says, so SloMo, where would be the best place to play GTA 6? If the rumors are to be believed, probably a PS5 Pro at launch. Check my DMs. Let me check my DMs live while I'm on the show. Okay. I rescind my prior slander, Luca. Oh, never mind. I don't rescind anything. Don't call me no old mother effer. Nah, no. You had your apology. I snatched it back from you, like T.I. in that Atlanta skating movie. Snatched it right back. I love you too, Luca. Okay. But let's discuss this article from IGN. And this article really, it's really frustrating for me as a fan of Halo and someone who really enjoyed the content that Bungie provided over the years. And to see the studio kind of going this route is really discouraging, because this is a studio that's always really championed their own independence, even when they weren't technically supposed to have any independence. When they were owned by Microsoft, they fought for the independence to make the kind of games they wanted to make. And when Activision was the only game in town that would publish Destiny, they didn't like that there was timed content for one platform or the other. And then when they went independent from Activision, they did away with that. Something that they fought hard for in the acquisition with Sony. And the reason why they keep having to do this is because they just don't make enough money to sustain themselves. And Jeffy Game and Bungie might be making PS exclusives now, you know. Jeff, I knew that a lot of the PlayStation camp would see this news and immediately not think about the additional layoffs that may occur, not think about the implication that a studio that wanted to remain independent will no longer be independent, but that the games will be exclusive, so we got something to brag about. But what really are you going to be bragging about? I'm gonna get into that. Matter of fact, let me pull up the article right now. So here's the article from Rebecca Valentine of IGN. Bungie devs say atmosphere is soul crushing amid layoffs, cuts, and fear of total Sony takeover. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to really kind of like highlight in this. It's not a very long article, so I'll just kind of get into it and quote a couple of things. It says 1 month after a major round of layoffs impacted roughly 100 Bungie employees of 1,200. Those remaining at the Destiny developers say the cuts, as well as other cost-cutting measures, came alongside an apparent scramble by studio leadership to avoid a total Sony takeover. This is where is it? Like, they actually say who the board is. So among its current members of the board is PlayStation Studio head Herman Holst, Sony Senior VP Eric Lempel, Bungie co-founder Jason Jones, Bungie CTO Luis Villegas, and Bungie CEO Pete Parsons. The board as a whole was split between Sony and Bungie representatives, with Parsons serving as the tiebreaker vote. But speaking to IGN under a let me make that bigger because I don't think you guys can see it well. Speaking to IGN under a condition of, I can never say that word correctly, the anonymous, you got it. Multiple current and former Bungie employees described the department meeting that took place shortly after the layoffs, in which leaders hinted that this shared power may not last forever. Now, it says while the exact details of Sony's deal to acquire Bungie remain unknown to the public or employees, sources say they were told by leaders that the current board split structure is contingent on Bungie meeting, why is it doing that? Bungie meeting certain financial goals. So in order for the structure of the board to remain what it is, which is 3 Bungie executives and 2 Sony executives, that's the control of the company, Bungie has to meet certain financial goals that, as we are aware of, months ago, the reason why all the layoffs happened is because Bungie missed their revenue goals by 45%. That's not, look, it's one thing to say, hey, we were off by 10%. You know, we got a couple of things we got to work out. We got to listen to the community, make some adjustments here or there. But we're close. We're close. No need to make drastic changes. We just got to make some adjustments. And that would be reasonable. But when you're off by 45%, nah, a whole lot went wrong. A whole lot has been going wrong. And now you're now seeing what you have sown. You have reaped now what you have sown, which is a community, a Destiny community that is fed up and tired of you, and tired of your excuses, and tired of the manner in which you string them along, which is something that they actually have taught other developers to do at game developer conferences. So this whole strategy that Bungie had has finally kind of come back on them. And that's it's unfortunate, but it's also something that they have allowed to happen. Pixel says, but we were told Sony had nothing to do with these layoffs. Ha, silly kids, tricks are for kids. Of course, Sony had to say. Yeah, they had to say they had a 40% say in those layoffs. But Pete Parsons being the tiebreaker this is why they said it was our decision, because Pete Parsons is the tiebreaker, and Pete Parsons was the one that said we're going to get this done. But when we look further into this article, the layoffs happen because they are trying to meet their financial goals. They're trying to keep their own independence. It says if Bungie falls short of its revenue goals by too great an amount, Sony is allowed to dissolve the existing board and take control of the company. There you have it. Like that's definitely something. Now we have to go back to the acquisition, right? And a lot of people had a lot of thoughts about this acquisition, saying, why would Sony do these things? Why would Sony allow them to remain multi-plat? Why would Sony spend the money that they spent while not getting anything actually exclusive, and then also really only getting Bungie's quote unquote expertise on games as a service, live service games? Well, apparently here, whatever the revenue goals were, and we don't know what those exact numbers are, but whatever those revenue goals were, Bungie should not have agreed to that. And they did agree to it. So it kind of puts them now in a position where they have to overperform at a time where they're not even performing on par with what they used to perform at. This now can be, as Jeff B. Gaming said earlier, where if Sony does take over because of the revenue issues, they could say, all right, well, Marathon was going to be a multi-plat, and it still will be multi-plat in a way. It's still going to be coming to PC, but don't expect this on Xbox. Maybe anything else that Bungie makes in the future beyond Marathon might actually end up being the same way. Now, what I find it's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Why would anyone find this encouraging? Because if you listen to what Jim Ryan has said, if you listen to what all the public statements that PlayStation has made about Bungie and this acquisition, they've always championed their expertise in live service games, their expertise in games as a service games. We acquired them for their knowledge. That's far more valuable than what Destiny actually provides. We provided them so they could teach all of our other developers for these other 12 live service games how to make live service games. This is amazing. This makes them far more valuable than Activision. I couldn't even say that sentence without laughing. My bad, I'm sorry. But this is what they were saying, right? Now, how, if you take over the company, are you going to tell this company how to make live service games? You hired them to teach you how to do that. And they failing, so then you take over the company to do what? Exactly. What are you going to do? Have them start making single-player, narrative-driven games? Because you ain't going to teach them how to make live service games. Of course, they know how to do that. And maybe the next one they make actually would be a hit, a banger, and it's going to be great and everything. Maybe. But if you are in charge, and you are in charge of budgets, and you're in charge of manpower, and whether you're going to outsource certain things, you're going to if you are looking at the cost of everything and saying, oh, that's a little expensive. Can't we do that a bit cheaper? Why are you? I don't know if that's going to work. If you were impeding in the creative process that they go through in order to make their games, how are they going to be successful? If you need to do that, but then you're saying they're teaching you how to make live service games as service games, something don't seem right here. So everything seems very, and this gets to where I am a I told you so kind of dude, but I don't like to be that guy right now, because I'm thinking about, in the grand scheme of things, the title of this video is Bungie, this generation's Bioware. I mean, that seems like that might actually be the case. Let's go back a decade ago. Let's go back to EA acquiring, you look at a decade ago, maybe about 11 years, EA acquired Bioware in a means that was very somewhat, not shady, but Bioware put themselves in a position where they could be acquired without getting full approval by everyone on board. And EA took advantage of that. So long story short, EA got Bioware and didn't know what to do with it, because EA didn't know how to make the kind of games that Bioware made. Previously, Bioware was making initially PC games under Interplay, as a part of Interplay. They made a lot of, your CRPGs like Baldur's Gate. Then they went to Xbox, and in a very rare situation, especially for Xbox back then, they were not micromanaged at the second party studio. They got to make whatever the heck they wanted, and they made some bangers. They made Knights of the Old Republic, they made Jade Empire, and they made Mass Effect. And then after 3 bangers in a row, they got acquired by EA. And immediately EA was like, that's great and all, y'all gonna start making sequels. So we need a Mass Effect 2, which was freaking epic. I mean, it's one of the best games ever. I can't lie, right? Not a bad decision there, EA. They immediately took Dragon Age Origins and immediately started splitting out portions of the game and turning it into DLC. Not cool. Still a great game, not cool. But as time went on, Bioware stopped being Bioware and started being another arm of EA that didn't know how to make the kind of games that Bioware made. They didn't understand the process, the creator process, and if you listen to people like Drew Karpyshyn, if you listen to old school Bioware legends, they all talk about how EA kept bringing in. Mark Dara said the same thing about they would have money people in the creative meetings. For what? What you doing here, bro? You not dev. Why are you here in our meeting interjecting? How much is that going to cost? No, we ain't doing that. Sorry. By the way, where's the multiplayer at for the studio that don't make multiplayer games whatsoever? You see, these kind of things, and I'm not saying Sony is EA, but when you don't understand how a studio got to where they are, and then you take over that studio, you're going to start imposing how you view the means to be successful as the way they need to view the means to be successful. And that's going to clash with creativity. Jeff says Bungie didn't fail because they don't know how to make games as a service, but because they stopped listening to the community, their heads got too big. But Jeff, that is literally how Bungie says to make games as a service. Go back to the Game Developer Conference back in 2021, I believe, or maybe it was about 2021. The Game Developer Conference, the same, right before Bungie was acquired, the same year, they had one of the developers do a presentation talking about games as a service. These are the things that they were talking about. It has always been a design on them not listening to their community, because their community has consistently, with Bungie and Destiny, allowed them to not really fulfill the things they wanted fulfilled and continue to get the game, buy the expansions, no matter how expensive they got. These are things they've been doing. Now, I'm not saying that Bungie doesn't know how to have great gunplay, and when they do have an expansion that really hits, like, the Taken King, Rise of Iron, the Forsaken, like those expansions, massive hits. But right now, they need the final shape to be on the level of a Forsaken. More than a Witch Queen. They need that. Because if they don't, You know, they're going to end up losing the independence that they have. And I don't care whether the games are become within just the PlayStation ecosystem, or they remain multiplayer. I don't care about that. I care about the quality of the games that they will make. Bernie says some people really miss the big picture. Publishers love to market these studio names and try to wave it around like a flag. Meanwhile, the key devs who make the games moved studios regularly. Hey, you know, that's something that they actually tried to avoid with the Bungie acquisition. They paid an extra premium in order to keep, for employee retention, to keep some of these people on board. But now Bungie's laying those same people off. So now it's like, did it work? And then when it came out, well, wasn't the employee retention money? Where'd that go? And they said, oh, that's already been spent. But I do say everyone who made Bioware great already left. Correct. While to Sony's credit, they did try to spend extra to keep Bungie key assets on board. They aren't changed. Yeah, very true, very true. I don't know what Rhymes is saying. Come on, SloMo. This has nothing to do with... I guess he couldn't complete that sentence. Clizzle of 420, $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. He said, if I had questions about my PC gaming, can I reach out to you for help pointing me in the right direction? I just got my son his first gaming PC, and I'm getting my first next year. FYI, I live in Odenton. Is that Maryland? Odenton, Maryland? Really? Okay. All right. Well, absolutely. Yeah. Look. Multiple people reach out to me with questions on PC stuff, and you know, I'm not an expert. I built 3 PCs, and I kind of keep in the know with what's going on and whatnot. But yeah, I reach out to me. You know, you got any questions? I'll let you know. Try to hopefully avoid some pitfalls that I have fell into, or just, you know, what I generally know to be a good direction to go with a build that you want to do, or if you're building it yourself, or even looking out for pre-builds that might be not as greatly made. However you want to go about it, that's fine. Yeah, just hit me up, bro. Hit me Twitter DM, or Twitter DM is fine. So just notice the live stream is back by a minute or so. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. Sorry, Brian. But no, these are things that I'm concerned about with Bungie, and because when you lose your independence, like I'm not saying that Sony isn't good as a publisher, because they absolutely are. They're a great publisher, and they have understood what it took for their IP to be successful. We always go back to when Yoshida told Sony Santa Monica, God of War, that's not it. And then they went back and they made God of War Game of the Year game. We've looked at how they have a premium on quality, and when their sales don't reach a certain level, or their Metacritic scores on average don't reach a certain level, they will shelve that IP in a hot second. But they clearly have said they don't understand how to make live service games. And Bungie's method, Bungie's workflow, their culture has been, Destiny has not really been as successful as Destiny has been. Financially, it has not been so successful that they can be independent. Like, for example, like Epic Games, for example, with Fortnite. Fortnite completely changed it completely changed the way Epic did business. They went from being a developer who sometimes publishes games to a full-on publisher that makes one game. It has a storefront on PC and is now publishing AAA games. It completely changed where that company was going. And that's because Fortnite makes that much money. Not so much money they couldn't avoid layoffs this year themselves, but it makes so much money. and Destiny's never been that successful. Their method of making games, and even when the game Destiny in 1 and 2 was at its height, they still needed Activision, and they still need Sony. And so I guess there's a balance there, right? There has to be a balance of trying to rein in that on the financial side of things, where you're consistently successful and you're consistently hitting your revenue goals, while also delivering on content. And I bet you somebody like Forte or Lord Cognito, you know, big time Destiny heads, would tell you if they just gave us what we asked for, we would have never left. And us not leaving means you hit your revenue goals, means this equation ends with you being successful if you give us what we want. And I agree with that, and yet at the same time I feel like that's never been what they have intended to do. So who knows, man. Jeff says Bungie's biggest weakness was never game development, but letting devs have too much ego, spending too much time on politics instead of the community your game is based around. I disagree with that one, Jeff. Let's talk about egos and politics. So, like, believe it or not, if you look at other prior exposés on Bungie, those that talk about how Bungie has publicly taken a lot of credit for doing things like having a gay NPC in the game, when in truth, the narrative team wanted to create this character and Bungie actually didn't want it to happen whatsoever. And long story short, QA messed up in not removing a line from this NPC character's dialogue that was the entire linchpin to it, this character becoming a member of the LGBTQ community. And once it came out and it was like universally praised, Bungie was like, yeah, well, you know, thank you. Yeah, we tried to be inclusive, but they really weren't. Leadership was like, no, we're not doing that. Get that out of here. So leadership has always been very not about the politics. It's the developers that have felt differently. And if you want to talk about ego, you know, you gotta have a massive ego. This again goes to leadership, to think that your community will indefinitely always remain consistently unappreciated and unfulfilled in all the content that you deliver, and always relying on the gunplay so good, even if they don't play any other games and know how other gunplay is for other games. But this gunplay is so good, I just keep coming back to it. Like, it's ego to think that those people will forever do that and forever provide you that kind of loyalty when you're not providing any kind of loyalty back, any kind of actual appreciation for what they're providing you. And when they feel unappreciated, you gotta go above and beyond to get them to come back. And frankly, that gets back to the final shape. Is the final shape going to be there for Forsaken? Because I don't think hitting the Witch Queen level of quality is going to be enough. It says that, and with Destiny 2 expansion, the final shape delayed into the next fiscal year, and Bungie still investing heavily on Marathon, many employees understand that Bungie is struggling to meet the necessary targets to keep its last vestige of freedom. Such a takeover wouldn't necessarily be shocking given its 2022 acquisition, but it would nevertheless be a stunning development for a company that has historically prided itself on its own independence. And then this other paragraph, I'm not going to read this one, talks about how they're also doing other cost cutting, like they're not spending as much on employee appreciation kind of things. But and also that, hey, some of the layoffs actually like really affected their teams, and we know about Bungie's racism and their prejudice, and how, you know, a lot of employees have felt that diversity has not been something that has been something that has been well received at the company. And where is it here? There's a part here. Here we go. Others laid off include a notable number of members of Bungie's diversity and inclusion clubs, including co-heads of Pride at Bungie, Women at Bungie, and Accessibility at Bungie. So it says, is when combined with other recent resource cuts, these dismissals have led to fears these clubs might be shut down. While researching this article, IGN noted that the public news articles announcing Women at Bungie and Accessibility at Bungie on its official blog were no longer accessible on the website. Though it's unclear exactly when or why this has happened, or if it's just an unintentional, reoccurring bug with the blog. I have said this numerous times, and I'll go back to Bioware. When Bioware did their layoffs this year, and they laid off everyone that was laid off was someone that, in addition to other people, but those layoffs included people who had unionized. These developers, when you do things that they don't like, or you're forcing them to do things that they don't like, whether it's good or bad, when they gotta lay people off, the first people going are the people they don't like. First people to go. Oh, y'all want to unionize? Take this layoff. Oh, you want? Yeah, women at Bungie. You don't like the way we talk about y'all? All right, well, you know, you can take your independence somewhere else. You are independently not employed now. Good luck out there. So that's all I really gotta say about it. This is it's unfortunate, and we'll see how this goes. I don't think if the final shape, I guess it depends on how bad the final shape does financially. Critically, it doesn't matter. It could be a critical success, but of all the stuff that's been going on in the behind the scenes about Bungie, their public perception, how people feel about them, if that leads to people saying, I'm not getting this expansion because I don't think they deserve my money. If it's a critical success, but a commercial failure, I don't think quite yet that's going to change how Bungie is ran. I don't think the Sony takeover will happen then, but I will say, if this ends up where it's that much of a failure, and then things aren't shaping up with Marathon, and you get more content creators for extraction shooters saying things like, yeah, I'm not playing this game. I'm good. I'm going to stick with Escape from Tarkov. Then you might have an issue. Then you might have that before Marathon comes out. I don't think there would be a public announcement of it, but you'll definitely see an IGN article or a Jason Schreier article telling everyone that Bungie is now solely in control by PlayStation, by Sony Interactive Entertainment at that time. Brandy says, kind of curious if what you describe falls under retaliation in California's wrongful termination policy. It does. Yeah. They actually have a lawsuit, Bungie, against them right now, where their head of diversity is suing them for discrimination in her firing. So, yeah, they got a lot of problems, man, internally, as well as, you know, how things are playing out with their games. I do think that I hope they would be successful. I don't think I mean, like, I'm never coming back to Destiny. No matter how bad I feel about them, I just can't do it. But Marathon, I'm looking forward to Marathon. I'm looking forward to seeing what Marathon's going to be about and playing it. I haven't really been big into extraction shooters, and I've said this to a few times before, that extraction shooters are now like the new it thing. You know, everyone's trying to do an extraction shooter nowadays, and it's whoa. Oh, good grief. Sorry, my YouTube studio froze for a second, so I got confused. I didn't know whether if I was still alive or not. It used to be that like everyone was trying to do looter shooters, and then like you kind of saturated the market with that and the demographics that were into looter shooters. Like if you didn't make one by a certain period of time, you were out. And then it was battle royale games. Like you had your PUBG, you had Fortnite, then you had Apex Legends, and then at some point you've saturated the market with battle royale games. And if you didn't have your battle royale game out at that point, then it's a wrap. Don't make one, because it's not going to be successful, right? Ubisoft with whatever Hyperscape, whatever the heck that garbage was. So like you're done. It doesn't matter how good it is or bad it is. It's just not going to get an audience, because it needs to be so amazing and epic that it pulls people away from the previous other really successful and good game of that genre. Now we got extraction shooters. Everyone's making an extraction shooter. Like the original Marathon was not an extraction shooter, but now it's an extraction shooter. Arc Raiders was supposed to be a 4-player co-op game. They delayed it to make it an extraction shooter. Everything, freaking The Division Heartland, extraction shooter. Now, as of yet, I have yet to see an extraction shooter be successful outside of PC. There's Escape from Tarkov. There have been other, Escape from Tarkov is successful, but there have been other extraction shooters launched on PC that have not. I remember, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, there was a game called Scavengers. I played it with a couple of my Division people. Shout out to my Division squad. And we would play Scavengers on, I think it was exclusive to Epic Game Store. Maybe that was partially part of its problem. But it was a decent game. Decent, you could play it in first person or third person perspective. It was all right. But that game dead already. It didn't even last, I think it may have lasted a year, but it didn't last that long. So we're now getting to the point, starting next year, we're gonna start seeing if extraction shooters will work on consoles, because there are a significant number of them that are coming out next year that will be available. Now, Marathon definitely ain't. Marathon probably not coming out to 2025. But The Division Heartland's coming out next year. Fair Games is slated to come out next year. That's kind of heist-ish. Like I think that might be more along the lines of extraction / like a payday kind of game. So maybe that might work, because it's still providing something a bit unique and different than what you get from your typical extraction shooter. But there's at least 3 of them coming, Arc Raiders being the other one, coming out next year. And all 3 of these games will be available on consoles. I'm really curious on how that will work, because on PC, we know it works. But PC, different demographics, different kind of gamers. There are games that work on PC that will never work on console. So we'll see what happens. What else did I say I was going to talk about? Let me go look at this real quick. Let me go. Yeah, I forgot my own topics. Oh wait, hold up. Avatar Metacritic score. All right, so look, Avatar averaging. Let me double check it. I'm gonna double check it real quick. I believe it's like Frontiers of Pandora. I think it was like it's 74 on PC. A 74 on PC, 52 reviews. All the reviews are on PC. That is I did not know that. That's kind of problematic. All your reviews are on PC? that means they didn't give any keys, any review keys to PlayStation or Xbox. So now look, I knew what kind of game Avatar was going to be. If you listen, I only review I've seen so far has been ACG's review, where he talks about, well, you know, it's an open world Ubisoft game that doesn't have spam as many of like enemies all over the map. You're not constantly fighting. It's more exploration. It's more crafting and hunting and that kind of thing, which I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan of that, but this was something I was kind of like, you know, like visually, Snowdrop Engine is amazing. Visually, I knew I was going to really enjoy. I knew it was going to look as close as any game can possibly look to the amazing visuals of the movies. So I was always going to give it a shot, and I'm still going to play it tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm still kind of mulling over whether I just want to buy it straight up or if I'm going to resubscribe to Ubisoft Plus, because I'm also going to play the Prince of Persia game that's coming out next month. And that's 2 games back to back that I could play and beat just with Ubisoft Plus and then unsubscribe in February. So I'm still kind of wondering whether I want to do that or not. And that's really going to depend on how much I really like this game, which it's like I'm on the fence with it. I want to play it, but I don't think that like it's going to be a game that like 6 months from now I'm still playing. Robin says, "Come on, SloMo. You know this story is a nothing burger. This is why they dropped this story to be buried by the Game Awards." No, I don't think that's a nothing burger. I don't think Sony taking over Bungie and changing how the decision making of that studio may be is a nothing burger. I don't think that's Raymond Robinson, what's up, says, why Bungie don't take a page from Warframe? Well, Warframe, so that's an interesting question, because Warframe has always been very community focused, and I would say almost to their own detriment. There was a if you look at the No Clip documentary on Warframe and Digital Extremes, this developer, they tell a story about how they came out with like this it was like I forgot what they call it. It's not a dog, but essentially it's a dog in the game, and you have your own dog, you know, kind of like rolling with you in the game, and they create a whole system where you get an egg and you kind of incubate it and it hatches, and then you can kind of like play around with species and stuff like that. And initially they had a lot of monetization with it, and they had one of the Warframe founders of the not founders as the developer, but like a founder player of the game has spent like thousands of dollars within this particular system. Now that's something that for other developers, they're like, yes, this is successful. We got a whale here, baby, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Free Willy out here. Move it up, baby. But they were appalled because they didn't expect someone to spend so much money in that aspect, and they made moves and changes so that this wouldn't happen again. That's very much a very rare thing to see. And I think as nice as that is and great as that is for us players, that's to their own detriment. And the reason why Digital Extremes is not an independent company anymore. They became financially dependent to Layout Technologies. It was a Chinese company that was really kind of supporting very much in a smaller way of what you would see from other Chinese companies like Tencent and NetEase, where they're financially supporting these developers and these studios, and then they eventually end up taking over them because those studios financially aren't really working, and that was Digital Extremes big time. And so Digital Extremes has had a problem, but it's a different reason why they had those problems. And maybe Bungie, if Bungie listened to Digital Extremes as often, listen to the Destiny community as often as Digital Extremes listen to their community, maybe they'd be a lot better off. But they couldn't do what Warframe did and what Digital Extremes did, because it's like it's the same result but for a different reason. Bungie only really cared about the Destiny community consistently spending money on expansions, on spending money on Glimmer, for cosmetics and stuff like that, and didn't give a crap about how the players really felt about the experience. And Digital Extremes is the opposite. But you're running a business. You need to care about how you're going to keep the lights on. And just hoping that everyone realizes your game is awesome or tries your game isn't really going to be the way that you get that done. So, all right, all my soapbox about that. I've said this about, go back to Avatar. I've said this about these kind of games all the time, and it's something that I feel like people need to be comfortable admitting. We all play games that are mid, and it's okay. We all want to try games that don't review the best. There's nothing wrong with it. I actually kind of feel like some of y'all out here that act like you are too good to play a game that's a mid-80s game or a low 80s game or a mid-70s game. Like all the games you play gotta be in the 90 rated or above category. Y'all cappers. Y'all capping hard, man. So you telling me every game that's 90 rated, all of a sudden you're cool, you're interested in that game, regardless of genre. You're interested in only the 90 rated games. Sounds like you're a little too invested in what people think of on Twitter. Play games that you were interested in. And if you are a well-rounded gamer, I believe that you're going to have some games that are 90 rated that you can't wait to play, and some that are 80, and some that are 70, because Metacritic ain't that freaking important. And if your enjoyment of games is dependent upon what games media says about the game, kind of curious. I'm not saying that you need other people to tell you what's good or not for you. I think your own actions and words will say that for everybody. Jeff says, I'm a Ubisoft fan. I enjoy them for what they are. Hey, me too, man. Division games, still my bag. Still got Division 2 installed. I'll be going through the manhunts. I'm actually got to finish up the third act of the current manhunt going on right now. Raymond says, but every damn update Warframe gets, the major ones are free, no pay to play leaders, which is right. Like, they don't charge for updates with Warframe, but very rarely do you see a developer who supports a live service game have the expansions be free. We saw Rockstar do that with GTA Online. But they can do that because GTA Online is a cash cow. I mean, that game has been in one of the top 20 sold games every month for over a decade. Yeah, you can make the expansions free. You're making so much money, why the heck not? And also, you don't have to split your community among the people who have the paid expansion and the people who don't have the paid expansion, and making sure they don't have access to certain things, that they don't have the token, so to speak, in order to allow them in. You can just keep everyone in the same queue, and that's great. But Warframe, Digital Streams wasn't in that kind of situation. I think I don't know if they need to charge for expansions or what, but they had to do something financially to make themselves more successful. And Sony actually, before Sony acquired Bungie, they were trying to get digital streams. I think they wanted digital streams for some of the same reasons, although financially I don't think they would have went the route that DE has gone with Warframe on a finance aspect. But as far as providing content and the structure of a live service game, I think that's exactly what they wanted them for. Brian says, yeah, no, quality is subjective. I love Callisto Protocol. Most people say it's mid. True. Jeff says, I love Far Cry, AC, and Watch Dogs. True Bleed says, my favorite games rated in the low 80s. Hey, it happens, man. Like people just can't. The value of a game isn't solely its Metacritic score. For you, the value of the game is what that game does for you. I think there's a lot of people who do themselves a disservice when they see a Metacritic score and they immediately go, oh, well, guess that one's a disappointment. And we move on to something else. And it's just like, how is that a disappointment? I could understand if it was like every review was saying the game's performance is abysmal, it's melting people's PlayStations. The game doesn't, like, it's impossible to beat the game because it's got so many bugs. Game-breaking bugs. That's a disappointment. I can't play the game. I can't enjoy it when I'm too busy trying to figure out why my frame rate keeps dropping into the low 20s. That's not good. But when people don't even look at reviews, they just look at a number and go, oh, 74? What is that? It's trash, man. Just typical Ubisoft trash, man. I'm just like, what do you know about the game? What do you know about that game? Outside of its Metacritic score. What exactly do you know? You know, is it a first-person perspective game? Is it third person? Is it open world? Is it not open world? Is the story good? What's the gunplay like? Where are the weapons like? You don't know anything. All you know is this is 74. Your logic is a 74. How about that? You know, look. I am due to play something new. I have been playing Cyberpunk and Call of Duty for about 3 weeks straight. That's all I've been playing. So I'm due to try something else. And I know I got games I need to finish, and I will finish them. But I'm just not interested in playing them right now. I'm interested in playing some Avatar. All right, so next topic. Gonna roll through these things. VGAs. The Player's Choice VGAs. Now, am I upset that Hogwarts Legacy didn't make it into the final round? Not really. Not really upset. I don't really care that much. But what I will point out is how the same people who are in games media, who don't want people to know that they were out here being unprofessional and trying to sink a game for nothing that has to do with the actual game. The same people who want you to believe that that's not what they were trying to do are the same people tweeting out their pleasure with this game being voted off of Player's Choice for the Video Game Awards, which just shows that here's one. This is from a you know what? Should I show this? Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Let let me do this in a way where I'm not exposing things. Browser view. Okay. So, where I drop this down. Okay, look. Here we got this guy, Angom8, who is a journalist, a French journalist for a gaming source, gaming media in France. The fact that Hogwarts Legacy got cleared again kills me. This guy takes pleasure out of the fact that Hogwarts Legacy, once again, isn't going to be in the Game Awards. And I'm gonna get into why that's the case, because if you look at some of these games here, let me look at. I'm gonna highlight this one real quick. Silky Holiday says free Primogens. Ours, I don't know what that is, a mother effer. What he's referring to is the fact that Genshin Impact, which won last year, is still in the player's choice. And why? First of all, why is a DLC here? That's not a full game. Why is a DLC here? That's another, like, two out of these shouldn't even be here. But I think that's also by design. But regardless of that, the only reason Genshin Impact is here is because the players of Genshin Impact know that if Genshin Impact wins, they're going to get free Primogens. And what is Primogen? It is a currency within the game that allows you to buy like those packs where they can like unlock more characters, to allows them to get levels. They get levels, they can get more content, that kind of stuff. This is, and they know that they do this. That MiHoYo is bribing their community to vote for them, and yet they still allow it. They won last year. I actually hope they win this year, so people can look at it more as ridiculous as it actually is. Let's go to the next one. Oh man, it's just people complaining about. Oh, this one. Love this one. A bunch of laughing, like trolling, a bunch of laughs. I'm not doing all that. Turf Wizard game found dead in a ditch. From Ash Parrish, who is a video game reporter at The Verge. Okay, so Turf Wizard game found dead in a ditch. You work for The Verge. So you want me to think that it wasn't a concerted effort, even though y'all created websites to track and then bully content creators for playing the game, for live streaming the game, that the game's just not that good. That's why I didn't get through. And the last one I wanted to show, because after seeing 3 of these games media people who pretend like they are actual journalists, show their bias here, I didn't need to see anything else. From David Smith, Hogwarts Legacy getting his face pushed into the mud by Genshin is extremely funny. Dave Smith, managing editor at Kotaku, Australia. I think it's well known at this point that like games media had off of that game. And so my final words on Hogwarts Legacy period is going to be this. No matter how much you try to bully people for playing it, no matter how much you try to label people as transphobic or whatever for just playing the game, no matter all this stuff that you do, how much you try to bully your own colleagues in games media to keep them from reviewing the game, from even mentioning the game even existed, no matter how much y'all try to get each other to make sure that y'all didn't vote for the game at all in the Game of the Year awards, the game is still the most sold game to come out this year. WB Games has already approved of a sequel, and we will see you in 3 or 4 years. Now, who gets the last laugh? Because you're going to have to prove how unprofessional your bum ass is again in 2026 when Hogwarts Legacy 2 comes out and you're out there still trying to fight that fight like the game ain't going to sell like crazy in 2026 as well. Yeah, I gotta suck. Anyway, I am enjoying, like I said, I've been playing Phantom Liberty, Cyberpunk. I beat Phantom Liberty 3 times with 3 separate characters. I am in that Cyberpunk 2.1 update that came out yesterday. Awesome. Loving it. Still doesn't make it eligible. A DLC should not be eligible for player's voice. It should not have been eligible for best narrative, even though the story is awesome. What they need to have is a best expansion / DLC category and put it in there. But that's not good enough. Because these guys have to have the favorite piece of content they played that year represented as many categories as possible, even if they shouldn't even be there. So, whatever. I think that's it. I think that's, oh yeah, GTA 6. I'll talk about that real quick. I'm not showing it because y'all know how Rockstar and Take-Two roll. If I show a half second of a woman twerking from that trailer, good grief, trailer, I'm getting demonetized. I don't know, get a strike or whatever. You know, I'm good. Everyone has seen it. The trailer got over 70 million views already. We all have seen the trailer. Y'all know what's good. Brian, he says it's been taken down for the music section. Brian, in the past, when it comes to GTA, whether they show GTA at like one of the older PlayStation showcases, I have turned the sound off because they always use licensed music. It didn't matter. I still got demonetized. I have shown during DPS podcasts where at least I never have the sound of the video playing. Forte is a different story. I have always had the sound turned off. It does not matter. It could be an old trailer for GTA 5 that I'm getting demonetized. So I'm just not showing anything. And everyone that has them videos, they've already just turned the monetization off because they already know what's up. They already know what's good. So I ain't working with it. I ain't gonna mess with it. And no, I am home alone, Erodimus. The wife is at work. The kids are at school. I'm not showing the cheeks that's like 55% of the entire trailer because I ain't trying to mess with Take-Two. I'm good. But to talk about it, one, shout out to all the dummios who were out here saying, oh, this game looks trash off of clearly leaked footage that was never supposed to see a light of day. Y'all don't know what some of these developers are doing when they are trying to, when they may turn all the graphical settings to low so they can test certain things on performance. They could be trying to test for certain aspects of the game and have features off just so they can see where they can find a particular bug. You have no idea what they're doing when someone leaks footage that was never supposed to be seen by any of us and they have it all over the internet. Clearly, You have to be out of your freaking mind to think Rockstar wasn't going to nail this. So of course, visually the game looks great. That's it. That said, it will not look like exactly like that when it comes out on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. It won't. Not on those consoles, it won't. Sorry. That's just reality. Okay? It's not gonna look exactly like that. On PC, it'll look like that. But you're not getting it like that in 2025. But I'm excited for it. I'm gonna play it. I like Lucia from what they have shown about what her character's like. Shout out to the racists who, you know, can only see themselves as the main characters, side characters, and background filler in every game. Anytime they see any people of minority displayed prominently in a game, they get all out of sorts. Oh, I'm tired of the pandering. I'm tired of the wokeness. I made a tweet that you know, riled some people up. It is what it is. I don't care. Where's my tweet at? Jeez, I tweet way too much. Good grief. So I did this one tweet. I said PC dudes playing GTA 6 on consoles to see that first frame drop down to 17 frames per second. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough for us PC guys. We're gonna have to wait a year for that to get ported to us, which I will double dip. I don't care. But I don't wait for games I'm hyped for. So I'm going to play it on consoles. And I got people asking me, well, SloMo, you know, I'm just curious. I'm not gonna say who said this. I'm just curious. I'm not console war. I'm just curious. Why is it that when you said you guess you're getting this on consoles, you're going to get it on PS5, how come you didn't say Xbox, sir? I'm just curious. And my response back was, I don't own an Xbox Series X. I own the Xbox Series S. And I'll be damned if I'm playing GTA 6 on the Xbox Series S. No, I will not. I have a PS5. I already know this thing gonna be 30 frames per second. I'm already trying to stomach that, okay? I have made enough compromises. I don't need to compromise no more. It probably ain't gonna run at 30 FPS on a PS5 and Xbox Series X anyway. Let's just be honest here with ourselves. It may not stick to 30 FPS locked. More than likely, the Series S gonna be struggling. I'm good. Rodman says the Series X is $350. And so I'm gonna buy, Rodman, you telling me to go buy an Xbox Series X for $350 right now to play a game in 2 years. So what am I supposed to do with the Series X for the next 2 years? That plays games, the same games, worse than my PC. Nor is there any guarantee the Series X will play it better than my PS5. And there's a PS5 Pro rumored, and people are like, hey, why don't you get that Pro? Look, I will buy a system to play a game. I'm not quite certain I'm going to spend X amount of dollars for a Pro version of the PS5 to play one game that's a multi-plat at a better frame rate for a year. Because once it comes out on PC, I'm never playing it on the console again. It's crazy the amount of money y'all will be willing to spend, but then say PC gaming is too expensive. Go ahead and spend $350 right now on a system I'm not going to use for 2 years, and then might still want to play the game on PS5 because the PS5 might have a better average frame rate. Go ahead and buy a Pro to play one game better. Play one game with the best frame rate. I mean, why should I be surprised? Y'all complain about PC gamers, but then spend $2,000 on a damn HD TV to look at your blurry console games. Robin says, look at Red Dead Redemption 2. It's still at 30 FPS. Exactly. It's still at 30 FPS. And in order to achieve native 4K on the Xbox One X, they had to turn all the graphical settings down to below PC level of low. The lowest. They should call it the hell setting. Because it's lower than low, it's like under the ground, it's like in hell, you know what I mean? That should have been the hell setting. I'm good. I will play through the campaign, the story mode on PS5 when it comes out, and I'll play through it again when it comes out on PC. I'm hoping. The one thing I really hope for, and if Rockstar doesn't do this, I'm gonna have a lot of smoke for them. We're gonna need cross progression for online. Like GTA Online never had cross progression for your account, and that's the reason why I haven't really indulged it too much when it was free on the Epic Game Store. We need cross progression, bro. Like it is 2023. Any kind of multiplayer game that come out now on multiple platforms has cross-play, has cross-progression. Like the gameplay I'm showing you right now, Modern Warfare 3. Hold up. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. If I played it on Xbox or PlayStation and just link my Battle.net account, I should be getting that. I'm max level 55. I got all these guns unlocked. It should be good to go. Warframe finally is getting cross-save. Late sometime this month. They're going to announce it tomorrow. Like Rockstar need to get it together. Okay? Get it together. I also need them to get that archaic shooting gunplay mechanics out the door. It was archaic in Red Dead 2. We need. I fully expect them to get that under wraps. Like it's, yeah. I think they had some legacy, this game design and tools and whatnot from GTA. What they did Red Dead 2. That, like, I think that was a mistake. But it is what it is. The game's still a great game, but all that's done. We ain't gonna be having 13, 14-year-old gunplay in our games in 2025. That's not gonna be happening. Roland says, so SloMo in 2025, you won't be buying the RTX 6800 for $700 to play this game? No, I will not. In 2025, I will be buying an RTX 5080. Now 6080. You skipped a generation because you don't know hardware, Rodimus. 5080. Gotta get it right, man. But that won't be just for GTA. That'll be because I primarily play on on PC. So that would be a benefit to all the games I play, including this game, which I won't be playing this game in 2025. Modern Warfare 3, I'll be playing 2025. It'd be, I don't know, so a different Call of Duty game. What's up, Yobi? What's going on, man? And you get a 4K 120 hertz 65-inch TCL for 400. You better. I'm about to time you out. I'm about to time you out for even mentioning me buying a TCL. And my matter of fact, that is happening right now. Where is it? Time you out. Put him in timeout. I didn't. Oh man. Hey, my bad, Rob. As I didn't realize it was going to delete everything you said. Hold up. Can I untime you out? I can't. Okay. My bad. I didn't think it was going to like remove your every comment. But you timed out for mentioning me buying a TCL for $400. You out your mind? To play games on? No. Absolutely not. You can't untime out a person? I see you in 5 minutes, Rod. My bad, bro. I ain't mean for it like that. But no, I ain't playing on no TCL, man. Come on, bro. Come on now. Got standards. Even y'all console guys don't want to play on the TCL. Even though it ain't gonna, I mean, like all this doing, you might as well play on the TCL if you a console dude. If you think about it, you play on a LG OLED, right? You spent $1,500 on the LG OLED. Let's say it's a C2, C1, C10, whatever, right? You spent $1,500 just to see the visuals get exposed even more. Because if you play on a blurry 1080p, when in performance mode for a lot of your games, they add 1080p. Well, so what? But when you playing on a 4K TV and it's 1080p, yeah, this is of course some of y'all play in quality mode. Shout out to the homie Sir Taz. I play Sir Taz with Call of Duty, right? Sir Taz told me, yeah, I'm playing at 60 FPS. I was like, wait, what? Why would you play at 60 FPS? The consoles have 120 hertz, 120 frame per second mode, man. Why would you do that? He told me, yeah, I just can't. The way it looked, I just can't do it. That 1080p look ugly on my OLED. Of course it does. Because your OLED's 4K. Of course it looks bad. Jeppy Gaming says Hisense is better than TCL. Yes, it is. Hisense is better than TCL. I still would want to, if I was going to do like gaming on like a HD TV, I'm thinking Samsung. I'm thinking maybe Sony, but definitely LG. LG are the kings right now. I will rock with LG. But yeah, nah, man. I ain't playing no daggone. I ain't playing no GTA on no Roku. No, I said Roku. Sorry, TCL. I might as well say Roku. Doesn't Roku do the OS, the UI for TCL? I feel like they do it for a lot of the lower brands. Like I got my kid, like his first TV. I got him an Insignia. You know, I mounted it on the wall, something small. Something to just give them something in the rooms. They kept asking for a TV. Well, that's fine. Went in there into a Best Buy. You know, nearly tripped up over all the Insignias and TCLs they got all over the floor. I mean, I'm just like, they trying to like get rid of the inventory. I think they do it on purpose. They put them on the floor. You know, you tall like me, I'm 6'4". I don't see it on the floor. I trip over the TCL. They go, gotcha. You done broke it, now you gotta take it home. They just trying to get rid of inventory. That's all they doing. So I tripped up over an insignia and took it home. I was there to get something else. It still worked, so I just gave it, mounted it in my kid's room, you know. All right, man. Look, I need to play something. Look, Yobi says my mental health is better, and you were adding on to it, man. Thanks. Hey, look, that's what I love to hear, man. That's what I'm here for, Yobi. Hope you guys are entertained. Hope you guys enjoying yourself. Actually, let's do a Q&A real quick before I move on to Cyberpunk. Just let me to you got any questions for me, and maybe a Rodimus would be out of timeout. He's pretty sure he is cussing me out right now. Maybe when he gets out of timeout, he'll shaking his head. Hey, look, man, I ain't mean to delete all your messages. I was out of pocket. I apologize. I didn't mean to time you out like that. But you mentioned TCL. It set me off, man. Had to do a rain on TCL. Okay, yeah. If y'all ain't got any questions, I don't know. Look, so I was going to play Cyberpunk, and I've been playing the new 2.1 update. I've been kind of like really. I'm trying to get. I got my Edge Runner at max level, my Gunslinger and my Net Runner still on at max level, and my Net Runner, it hasn't even got it to like the end of the game yet. I've got the other two playthroughs to the point where all I gotta do is just the final mission, but I'm not doing it because there's no new game plus, so you really can do like literally every ending. You can just choose every ending if you want, and make those different choices. Although with some of the choices of Phantom Liberty, not all the endings will be available to you. For example, if you don't, how do I'm trying to think of where all the, because it's 5 different endings. I think you only get the 5 different endings. You only get the extra option for an extra ending with 2. And I think, okay, yeah. So with my Net Runner, they refused to help me, even though they could, because they didn't like the decisions I made at the end of Phantom Liberty. I'm not gonna say what they are because it's still pretty new. With the decisions I made with my Edge Runner, which is probably the worst ending in the game, I have the opportunity to with the new ending, and then with with my Gunslinger, I ain't got that ending either. they definitely was like, nah, fam. If we see you, then it's going to be on site. So yeah. But yeah, I could play some Cyberpunk, or I could play. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Rogue Company in forever. I might have updates for that now that I think about it. I could play some Rogue Company. It's whatever. What game? Okay. VGA prediction from Grumpy Shaman. I'm thinking. So there's been a lot of talk, speculation that Arcane is going to be revealing a new game. Which after they drop Redfall this year, I'm not expecting that from Arcane Austin. If that is going to happen, it'll be from Arcane Lyon, which is Arcane France, the main studio. If that is the case, we're looking at maybe like Deathloop 2 or Dishonored 3, or maybe a brand new IP. I don't know. But for fans of Arcane and their game, the way they make their games, that's gotta be something they gotta be excited for. What else? Neil says Max Tack is the only time I see anyone come in with flying cars when I play. Yo, Max Tack. When you get there's a particular mission that not everyone will get to do, but there's a particular mission in Phantom Liberty, when you fight max stack, and they have been like almost kind of like the boogeymen of Cyberpunk. When you hear about them, like, hey, you don't want to mess with max stack. They almost cyber psychos themselves, honestly, and yeah, I kind of rocked them. I let them know what was good out here. You don't mess with V. But I would love to have max stack just like want the smoke on the regular, come after me. In the new update, they be having like, because now in a new update, people that gangs or organizations that you've angered can come after you. And so on one of my playthroughs where I chose violence every single time. You know, I always wanted problems. That's all I wanted. And so whenever there was a solution to a problem, it was me with the mono wire and the Sandevistan cutting everybody in half. I got the Voodoo Boys after me. You gotta read some of these messages. They just be like, I kill them, and then I look at their orders, and they're just like, kill that HV. I want her body parts like in all sections of the city. I want to make an example out of her. I'm like, God dang, bro. Like, why is it like this? So yeah, every 10 minutes I'm getting attacked by like the 6th Street Gang, Voodoo Boys, the scavengers, the animals. It's just like, because I've angered everybody. I've killed all their leaders, and they don't like me. So it is what it is. I'm here for the smoke, because my edge runner is unbeatable. So it's whatever. VGA prediction. I do think Hellblade 2 will be there, because I think they kind of feel like Hellblade, as far as Xbox goes, that Hellblade 2 is kind of synonymous with the VGAs for them. They first revealed it there. They showed their second reveal there, and I will say this: I don't know if this is going to show gameplay or not. I think Hellblade 2 will be there. I don't know about gameplay. They should have gameplay. If they don't have gameplay, they are getting all the smoke from me, because don't nobody want to see Senua talking to herself no more. We have seen it before. We have said that's impressive. You guys got great motion capture technology. We don't know what the heck is going on. All this stuff is super cryptic. We don't know what the story is. We don't know what she's talking about. All we want to see at this point is gameplay. If you ain't showing gameplay, keep it. And Arama says, are you playing that firefight yet? I haven't played firefight yet. I will be playing it this week though, for certain. Talk to Taz, talk to Forte. We might play it today. If not today, Friday, because tomorrow is going to be pretty busy, and we got DPS with the DPS live show for the Video Game Awards, so I probably won't have the time, but I definitely will be playing Firefight this week. I'm excited for that. I'm a big hype for that. What else we got? Okay, Truly said, what game reveals do you expect? Instead of Hellblade 2, I don't know about. I talked about the Arcane stuff. I don't know if that's really going to be there or not. Maybe an extended trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, although I would love that. Like something that kind of like very cinematic, gets into the story, some things that we may not know about where the story's going. That would be great. I don't know. Like and I'm actually excited about not knowing really what's going to be there. Because when it does happen, then I could be surprised and excited for it. Yeah, hopefully we don't get any leaks, because sometimes it's like every time it happens, like people say there's a leak for something, I'm like, all right, I can't help myself. I'm gonna go look. But not having a ton of leaks already kind of makes me pretty hyped for what may be there. I think that is it. All right, so what? So I'm still playing Cyberpunk. I think that's still the go-to right now. Let me move this over. Wolverine? Nah, I don't think we see Wolverine. I don't think we see Wolverine until next year. I could play Fortnite. Why don't I just do a poll? How about that? Me instead of me just running my mouth. Let's do a poll. All right. What game is SloMo playing? And we're gonna put in Cyberpunk. And what did I just say? Fortnite. Or I could play. You know, I haven't played since I got past the first tutorial boss, Liza P. I put Liza P in there. There you go. Have at it. Stella Yams. I don't think Stella Blade is gonna be there either. I think Sony is holding off stuff like that until they get their own showcase or something. So, we'll see. Oh boy, it's a three-way tie. Can we get more here? Let's get some more votes in it. I'm gonna shut this down in 30 seconds. So you get a couple more votes in. I shut it down in now 25 seconds. Oh, you guys want me to play Liza P? I shouldn't put Liza P in there. I don't feel like playing Liza P. I don't even remember how to play Liza P at this point. I played I can't remember the last time I played it. I played it. I beat the tutorial boss. I said, all right, this is a bet. I like this. I'm gonna come back to it. I ain't come back to it since. Okay, I'll give it 30 more seconds. Come on. Oh, why are you doing this to me? All right, I guess I'm playing Liza P. I am in the middle of my third playthrough of Liza P. Good grief, around really? Alan Wake 2 is not a part of the choices here. I only have 4 choices, True Bleed. Okay. Death Stranding 2, yeah, absolutely, because Jeff Keighley is a Kojima leader of his cult or something. So he's definitely, anytime Kojima's ready to show something, Keighley's going to be there to show it. So yeah, Death Stranding 2 would make a lot of sense there. Damn it, you gonna make me play Liza P? All right, guess I'm laying Liza P then. No more votes? Going once? Going twice? All right. Liza P. All right, let me, where is the, there it is. Silent Hill 2 info would be nice. We were supposed to drop this year. Neil, I think a lot of the announcements that we've seen over the past week have been developers trying to get people to understand that they're not going to be at the Video Game Awards, and therefore to not work they're making announcements ahead of time so that people aren't disappointed with them not being there. And so Bloober Team made an announcement about a week ago talking about how development was progressing and how everything was good, but the game development, like they didn't have a release date or anything like that. So I don't think you're going to see Silent Hill 2 anytime soon. I actually don't even think it's going to come out next year. That's just my opinion. Plus, I don't really have a lot of faith in Bloober Team. No offense to them. Let me see. Okay. So let's fix this. Wow, why is it showing? Why does it do that? I don't know why it does that. What did I have? Oh, I had browser view showing. Okay, let me take out the background music. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I didn't use any upscaling in this game, and the game looks amazing on the highest settings. Audio. Let me put it down a little bit further. Can you guys hear me good? Just want to make sure you guys can hear me well. And I don't have a build or anything for this game. Like, I don't even remember how to play this game. So like I said, I am literally like right here. A benefit item was the, what are you talking about? Alchemist hat, illusory emerald glasses, treasure hunter's mat. Okay, so I got some clothes now. Let's. For my costume. It's a dog. Hold up. Let me put the top hat on. You can put a really? Okay. Let's do that. Okay. All right. The stream good? Looks like the stream is decent. How do I play this again?
Welcome to Hotel Krat. My name. Please let me know how I may be of service. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How?
What can I buy?
The Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made. First law. All puppets must obey their creator's commands. Second law. A puppet may not harm humans. Third law. A puppet protects and serves humans and the city of Krat. Fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. I've told you about the laws engraved upon every puppet. Do you require? Welcome to Hotel Krat.
Ask for something else. Nothing. Okay, here we go. So can I not pull out my weapon here? Who's this person?
Unexpected guests are welcome. We don't insist on reservations. I am Antonia, and this is my hotel.
I feel like the frame rate might be too high for the stream.
Oh, I knew from the moment we met that
you want a hint, SloMo? Sure, Rodimus, give me a hint.
Loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are a shame. He took off for Elysian Boulevard, and he never came back. If it doesn't turn up soon, we'll have to make a new coffin. Oh, I forgot. I was keeping this for him.
Is she a real person?
With a long story. but I think it's
So,
better off
like,
with you.
frail looking.
Please find that old man.
Someone's memory. Show off clothes. Okay. What is this? Only tell the truth when asked to. I already told a lie, man. I told a lie to get into the hotel, bro. Can I move? Yeah. Not me forgetting controls for basic, like, Souls games. Like, come on. Is there a way to limit my frame rate to 60? I just want to do that for the stream's sake. I don't remember if that was something. Yeah, there we go. We're going to do 60 just for the stream. I don't want you guys to get issues with the stream trying to keep up.
I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person, wow. You should take...
Oh, I can skip that. Whoops. What did I just do? Oh, snap. What is that? A harpoon. Legion arm is special equipment that is equipped on the left arm. Each Legion arm has its own combat ability. Legion arm can be modified into all sorts of forms. Modifications can be made using the Vinigny, there we go, craft machine. All right. I don't even know how to use that thing. I don't, you know, I should probably put some stuff here. Let's probably get me out of a tight situation in a dungeon. Okay. Teleport the hotel or last. I don't think I need those in the quick slot. Fable charge. Ooh, okay. A thermite bomb. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, that's extra. Is that? Alright, whatever. So, we'll always lie. So, basically, I just gotta go all in on one or the other. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need this, because I don't remember how to play. Okay, that's left trigger. Okay. Block. Isn't there like a... How about parry? I think that's parry. There it is. Oh. See, I remember. Someone told me something to do here with... I think it was Badicus who was telling me to put the parry on like high or something like that. Said it was easier for him. So what's the purpose of this one? Just hitting something that won't hit back? Well, I think I'm good. Just my Legion arm rank, top 3 grapple, mistletoe, and the electric. Alright, I don't know what any of those are Rodimus. I guess I'll have to figure it out. Where do I fight people? I guess, do I go upstairs? Is this like, kind of like the, not the hub world, but like your place of stay where you right, okay. I need who? Need Rosa Isabel Street entrance, okay. can't go anywhere around there. Can I just drop down and not kill myself? Yep. Alright. Let's go out here. Man, this is a really pretty game too. Like I am impressed with how the visuals and performance are both really good. Like, yeah, very, very impressed. I think this developer, I forgot their name. Is there Studio 8 or something like that? They got like a kind of basic name. Definitely in a hostile environment. There's dead bodies everywhere. Now, what do they say about puppets can't hurt humans, and there's nothing but like dead humans everywhere? I mean, what's up with that?
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys.
Who is talking?
But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Gemini Cricket. Okay. Where are you, sir? Where is Cricket? I feel like I need to stay out of the light. Just step on these dead bodies. Oh yeah, this is where get a little bonfire. What up, bro? Wait. Okay. I wanna. Try to like do the little parry on them, but I guess it wasn't necessary. You stay over there. I'll deal with this guy. Oh, you didn't want to mind your business, man. Alright. Throwing cell. This is, I hope we see FromSoft go back to making another game with this style of interconnected map versus another massive open world. You know what? I wouldn't mind them continuing to make those kind of games while also doing sequels to like Elden Ring to keep their open world one, you know? These people have been dead for a minute.
Elysian Boulevard was a regular rich people row. You
Where
wanted
is this
fancy
Cricket?
boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago. Before the puppet frenzy.
Oh, you thought you tried to be slick with it. I definitely blew mother. It's fine. Okay, I can't open that. So should I be happy with a remaster for Bloodborne, or at least a FPS like? You know, I've just given up on the fact that they will ever remaster Bloodborne. Maybe I'll finally just play it at that trash 30 FPS, because it just seems like it's never going to happen. What up, dog? Oh, you just want to announce, tell everybody I'm here, huh? Whoa! I just realized my health is low. Bro, stop doing that, man. So another Elden Ring is definitely coming. They're doing the expansion for Elden Ring first, which by the way they were talking, I thought it would have been out like either by now or by early next year, but based off of what they said, I can't remember, there was something about like the lead director said something about it. I don't think it's coming out for like a while, like maybe like at the earliest late next year to maybe 2025. But because they said something about like a Bloodborne kind of expansion, and I don't think they meant it in like, oh my god, mother, rat bastard. This camera angle, I don't think they meant it in the way of like it's gonna look like Bloodborne or something, because clearly like they're very different themes, right? But I think they meant it in the sense of like scale and how much content would be in the DLC. But I haven't played Bloodborne, so I don't know for certain how well that will be. So, I mean, how much that is, but we'll see. Neil, everybody been saying that for forever, man. I don't know if we getting that, man. Look at this dickhead. Dude, you could wait your turn, sir. What is this thing? Oh, okay, so that's for a shortcut. Can I do the whole dodge roll into? Yeah. I need to. Oh, almost rolled off this thing. I forgot I need to watch corners in these games, man. Oh, look at this guy. Look at shit. Oh, I got it. Oh my god. Bro, you. What? That was my bad. I took him too lightly. Let me get my souls back. I should have known better. Took him way too lightly. And I had to like lit up or whatever they call it, so like I could have been able to just do that move on the stagger him, but guess I couldn't get it off. Pause. So I went over here, and all the dogs come out. Alright, come on. need to use the little legion arm thing yet. I have not even been. Let me try that real quick. Oh, let's go. All right. I have not even touched Sekiro yet, Neil. Sekiro has been something I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play that eventually. But like, I'll keep it a buck with you. I'm not a parry king, right? I'm not good at parry. I did not even. Oh man, I didn't even need to do all that. I forgot I dropped this. I could have just. Wait a minute, where is this? Yeah, I could have just went up this ladder, man. It was a dodge only or sword and board, dude. Let me get my souls back, man. Out of here. Shit I did to you the first time. You got lucky. Ain't that lucky though. Make sure ain't nobody around the corners. Look at this dude. Is this? I can't go. Okay, I can't open that. I see you. Oh, advancing on the bro. What the? I was not expecting that kind of attack. Oh, come on. And that's the way down there. There's a way up. I feel like I should go this way first. The parry isn't hard in Sekiro, at least not till later play thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm bad parrying, man. Whoa. What was that? Who was talking? There's somebody. I heard a sound. Of course he gonna have a gun, right? Oh, a bomb. Yo, who is coughing COVID out here? What is, can I get him from here? Yank your behind now. No. Who was the coughing guy? stuck on the wall. What is it? I am so... Wait, where is the coffin coming from? You know what? I'm just... maybe he's inside. There's a light in there. Maybe he's like... He's sick. And he's inside of that, Man, still almost killed me. I need y'all to stop. When I get up there, lucky I can't snatch you off that rooftop. Oh no! Really? Hit me directly in the face with it? Yeah, I need to get to one of those bonfires ASAP. Why do I feel like something's about to happen? Okay, one of these guys. Come on, come on. That's not the guy. Nope. My Louise and Charlotte, my treasure. I can't hear anything. Ooh, look at that guy. Okay, let me go upstairs first. Which I'm probably gonna have to fight that dude lying down. Yep. No, don't get up. No. You know what? That's fine. Alright. Didn't I say I was gonna talk to this dude on the rooftop? Hey, what up? I told your punk ass not mess with me. Oh. Another one. You was the one I was talking to. Oh, what is here? Huh. Can I do an aerial attack? Huh? Alright, let's see here. This guy. What's up, man? Let's do this. Oh no. That's how I die most times in Souls games. I just fall down something. Like almost every time. I've been live for 2 hours. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, let me go. I have to go over some work related stuff that I need to finish before I go pick up my kids. So yeah, let me how do I do it? But cool stream, had a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. tomorrow we will be live tomorrow. We might go live tonight. If I can get Taz and Forte down for some Halo firefight and some Call of Duty or something, we may go live on the DPS channel tonight with some gameplay of that. So come take a look out on the DPS channel if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed to the DPS channel, I'm gonna have it in the description of this video. But once I finish the video, so if you're checking the replay, go look for that. If not tonight, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, the video game. Good grief. The Video Game Awards is live tomorrow. We're going live a little earlier than normal. We normally go live at 9 p.m. We're going to go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going live at 7:30 p.m. Because the show is going live at the time. Maybe 7, just to do a pre-show thing. But thanks, Rob. I appreciate you, man. And it's probably going to be a long show. So, because we're going to do pre-show for 30 minutes, the actual show, which typically is like a minimum 3 hours, and then we're going to do a post-show, just going over everything we saw and our thoughts on it. I don't know who's joining us, if it's just me and Forte, or do we have guests yet? I honestly, I haven't asked anybody yet, so that's why we don't have any guests quite yet, but we'll get that figured out. In the meantime, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your hump day, and hope you guys enjoyed your lunch. Hopefully the rest of your work day is productive, and see you guys later, man. Peace.